What up, what up, what up? Coach Mike coming at you. I got a message that's going to build on top of yesterday's message. Yesterday we talked about time and doing things when things are easy. Now, I wanted to start with a quote today that I think you guys can really feel you can apply to your life and it'll add value to it. It's from an author called Seneca. It's from a book, I don't remember what it's called, but here's the quote. It is not that we have a short time to live. It is that we waste a lot of it. Life is long enough and a sufficient amount has been given to us for the highest achievements if it's well invested. But when your life is wasted in heedless luxury and spent on no good activity, we are forced at last by death's final constraint to realize that it has passed away before we knew it was passing. So it is not that we are given a short life, but we make it short. And it is not that we are ill supplied with the time, but we are wasteful of it. It is a small part of life. Most people live in what is not really with time. Most people live in what is not really life, but is with time. And the point there is, so many people are just wasting time. So many people are burning time, right? And it's great to have fun. That's important for our soul. That's important for our spirit and for balance of life. But there's a reason why I gave TV up and don't really watch it anymore. It's because I don't feel like it benefits me personally, right? I don't watch it on my own. The only time I watch TV is when I'm spending time with somebody else and I can share those moments with somebody. That's an investment I want to make. I want to make investments in people, in relationships, and if that's TV or if that's movies, that's fine. That's great. I love that. But if it's with myself, I want to focus on personal development, because if I double down on my own investment in myself, right, then I can eventually build myself up to the point where the time that I've invested in myself holds its own as a foundation and overflows in an abundance as blessings to others. So, my dad's taught me this, and he's told me this multiple times. He said, Michael, if you want to be wealthy, you can't do it working for somebody else. And I know that's not always true. There's some, lawyers out there who are parts of firms, etc., and making $100,000 a year, and that's living comfortably, certainly. But, the point is, if you're working for somebody and all you're doing is investing your time in somebody else's dream, then that's all you're going to live, is somebody else's dream. So I know a lot of us live this reality where we don't have all this extra time to invest in ourselves 8 hours a day during that time, like from 8 to 5, that we might prefer to do it. So honestly, we have to make the decision, how bad do we want it? And pain is a great driver. Don't just think about the fact that you're going to get pleasure from pursuing this fortune, one day, and that you're going to be free from your problems, because that's not really, the case. We're always going to have problems, but we're going to have new problems, right? I want to have the problems of, I don't know what to spend my money on or what to spend my money with. I want to have the problems of, I don't know if I have time during the day to pray for everything that I'm grateful for, because I'm grateful for so much. That's a problem that I want to have. I want to have the problem of having so many quality relationships that I don't know which one to put my time in first. I don't know. I want to have the problems of so many people wanting my help that I have to choose the best way and the best channel that I can help the most amount of people, right? The more you invest in yourself and want to invest in other people, you're going to have new problems, and they're going to be blessings, rather than having these problems of scarcity or having these problems of, hopelessness, or having these feelings of depression because you're not contributing enough, right? So the point here is, if you make the decision to invest in yourself and make it a priority in your life, because nobody's going to do it but you. And that's what I realized, is nobody's coming for me. Nobody's coming to save me, except God when I especially need him, but I'm talking about on earth, right? Nobody's going to pay my way. Nobody's going to say, Michael, I care about your survival for the rest of your life, so I'm going to make sure that happens, right? I could get fired, I could get laid off, and so I make the investment in myself. I don't want to be in that situation where I'm scrambling when stuff hits the fan. Let me check if I have any other quotes for you guys. Most people live lives just as flurries of activity. You have to step out of the flurries of life and start to focus and start to plan. Get into a relaxed state and make a plan. Instead of just responding to life, be proactive. What else do I got here for you guys? So another thing that Seneca says, when you begin to be someone interested in knowledge and philosophy, when you take the time out of your day, not just to be in the busyness of time, but to actually learn, then you will begin to transcend time. You'll begin to learn from other people, and you will make friends with the imminent dead. And what that basically means is you are going to have all the knowledge and wisdom that comes from the people who have passed on and passed along the wisdom that they've learned during their time here. And that truly transcends time in a way, because you don't have to live the 50 years of trial and error that they experience. When you become hungry for knowledge and you start investing in yourself and you start reading books, even Warren Buffett says this. He says that the reason why he's so wealthy is because he reads a lot. And I know Bill Gates says this too. If they could pick one thing that they could do more consistent and faster in life, it would be reading. And the reason is why this is what Warren Buffett says. He says that because he reads, he sees things and notices things that other people don't notice. He picks up on things during the day, or picks up on opportunities that come across that other people just don't see because they're not reading about it. They don't have the knowledge or wisdom. So when you guys make the investment in yourself, you're going to start getting wisdom, and you're going to start noticing things. You're going to start noticing opportunities that are out there. And really, you can have anything that you want in life. You can't have everything, but you can have anything. So pick what you want. Invest in that in your spare time. Study. Become a master of what you want to do in life. And you can have whatever it is you want, okay? Strive for health, wealth, love, and happiness. Make a plan for each one of these areas and write down specifically how you're going to get there and how you're going to invest your time. Okay, guys? That's my message for today. If you don't invest in your own dreams, you're going to end up living somebody else's dream. Okay? So spend time on your dreams now. Well, it's easy. Because as life goes on, if you don't fight that, the flurries are just going to get more chaotic. You're just going to become more you're going to get wrapped up in this cycle of just responding, and you're going to be so busy if you don't step back. But it's never too late to start. It's never too late to step back and say, hey, I need a moment from all this stuff, even if you got to wake up at 4 in the morning, okay? I do that. Every day I wake up as early as I can, whether it be 4 or 5. I try to get 6 hours, 7 hours of sleep, but I make sure to plan my day. I make sure that I'm investing in myself so that my life isn't determined by somebody else's dream. So live your dream, plan your dream, invest in yourself, and you guys are going to be much happier. I love you. Peace.